For thousands of years, humanity has told stories about creatures that should never have existed. Monsters hidden beneath the ocean, beasts lurking in remote mountains, winged figures appearing before disasters. Most people dismiss these stories as myths, but there is one unsettling detail historians cannot ignore. Many of these creatures were described by civilizations separated by vast oceans and thousands of years of history. Yet their stories share remarkable similarities, the same fears, the same descriptions, the same warnings, coincidence, imagination, or fragment of something lost to time. Tonight we explore 10 of the most terrifying creatures ever recorded in human history. Some became legends, some became warnings, and some remain mysteries to this very day. From giant sea monsters feared by sailors to creatures said to roam the world's most remote wilderness. These are the 10 most terrifying creatures in history. Chapter 1. The Kraken. For centuries, sailors feared a monster hiding beneath the waves, the Kraken. According to ancient Scandinavian legends, this gigantic sea creature could rise from the ocean without warning. Witnesses described enormous tentacles wrapping around ships and dragging them into the depths. Some sailors refused to enter certain waters because they believed the creature lived below. Stories spoke of vessels disappearing without a trace. As exploration expanded, these tales spread across the world. Many historians believe the legends may have been inspired by giant squids. Yet there was one problem. The Kraken described in ancient records was far larger than any squid ever discovered, whether myth or reality. The Kraken became one of the most feared creatures in maritime history. For those crossing unknown oceans, the possibility that something enormous waited beneath the waves was enough to inspire terror. Chapter 2. The Leviathan. Long before modern maps existed, ancient civilizations spoke of a creature known as the Leviathan. Unlike ordinary sea monsters, the Leviathan was portrayed as a force of nature, a beast so powerful that entire oceans seemed insignificant beside it. Ancient texts described a colossal serpent hidden beneath the sea. Its scales were said to be impenetrable, its strength unmatched. To many cultures, the Leviathan represented chaos itself. The deeper humanity explored the oceans, the more mysterious they became, and within that mystery, the legend survived. Thousands of years have passed, yet much of the ocean remains unexplored, a fact that continues to keep legends like the Leviathan alive. Chapter 3. Dragons. Few creatures appear more frequently throughout history than dragons. Ancient China described dragons. Ancient Europe described dragons. Civilizations separated by continents and centuries all recorded remarkably similar beasts. Massive reptilian creatures, powerful wings, terrifying strength. Some were believed to protect sacred places. Others were blamed for destruction and disaster. What makes the mystery fascinating is not the stories themselves, it is how widespread they are. Many historians believe dragon legends may have originated from the discovery of enormous fossils. Others believe dragons became symbols of power and fear. Whatever their origin, dragons remain one of history's most enduring mysteries, a creature remembered by civilizations across the globe. Chapter 4. The Basilisk. Imagine encountering a creature so feared that people believed a single glance could mean death. That was the basilisk. Ancient legends described it as a monstrous serpent, unlike any ordinary snake. Its presence alone was believed to poison the land around it. Travelers feared entering places where sightings were reported. Stories claimed animals fled from its path. Entire communities feared its appearance. Whether these stories were exaggerated or not hardly mattered. Fear gave the creature power. For centuries, the basilisk appeared in books, artwork, and folklore, becoming one of the most feared creatures of the medieval world. Chapter 5. The Yeti. High above the clouds among the frozen peaks of the Himalayas, another mystery emerged. The Yeti. Known around the world as the abominable snowman. For generations, local communities told stories of a giant ape-like creature living deep within the mountains. Then, explorers began reporting strange footprints crossing a remote snowy terrain. Several expeditions attempted to solve the mystery. None produced definitive proof. Some scientists believe sightings were caused by bears. Others argue the evidence remains inconclusive. The Himalayas contain some of the most isolated regions on Earth, and in places rarely visited by humans, mysteries often survive longer than expected. Chapter 6. Bigfoot. Deep within the forests of North America, another legend continues to endure Bigfoot. Witnesses describe a massive creature covered in dark hair, standing taller than most humans, moving silently through dense wilderness. Thousands of reports have emerged over the decades. Some include footprints. Others include photographs. A few claim close encounters, yet none have provided evidence strong enough to convince the scientific community. Despite this belief in Bigfoot remains surprisingly widespread because the deeper people venture into remote wilderness, the easier it becomes to wonder what might still be hiding there. Chapter 7. The Mothman. In the late 1960s, residents of a small American town began reporting something unusual, a towering winged figure with glowing red eyes. The creature became known as the Mothman. Witnesses claimed it appeared suddenly, often at night, often without warning. Some believed the creature was connected to future disasters. Others believed it was simply a case of mistaken identity. Whatever, the explanation reports spread rapidly, transforming a local mystery into an international legend. Decades later, the Mothman remains one of the most famous unexplained creatures ever reported. Chapter 8. The Chupacabra. In the 1990s, reports began spreading across Latin America. Farm animals were being found dead under mysterious circumstances. Witnesses described a strange creature unlike anything they had seen before. It quickly became known as the Chupacabra, the goatsucker. Descriptions varied from region to region. Some reported a reptilian creature. Others described something more mammal-like as investigations continued. Explanations ranged from disease to misidentified animals. Yet the mystery never completely disappeared, and the Chupacabra became one of the most famous modern legends in the world. Chapter 9. The Loch Ness Monster. In the Scottish Highlands lies a lake known as Loch Ness, dark, deep, and mysterious. For generations, witnesses have reported seeing something moving beneath its surface. A long neck, a large body, a creature unlike anything known to science. Photographs fueled global interest. Sonar scans added further speculation, yet no definitive proof has ever emerged. Despite countless investigations, the mystery remains unsolved, and perhaps that uncertainty is exactly why the legend continues to survive. Chapter 10. The Wendigo. Among the oldest legends of North America is the story of the Wendigo, a creature associated with fear, isolation, and survival stories. Describe a terrifying being driven by endless hunger, a creature said to wander frozen forests during the harshest winters. Unlike many monsters, the Wendigo was more than a creature. It was a warning, a symbol reminding communities of the dangers that emerged when desperation overcame humanity. For centuries, the legend has endured, not because people proved it existed, but because the fear it represented never disappeared. Conclusion. From the depths of the ocean to the peaks of remote mountains, humanity has always been fascinated by the unknown. The Kraken, the Leviathan, dragons, the basilisk, the Yeti, Bigfoot, the Mothman, the Chupacabra, the Loch Ness Monster, and the Wendigo. Some may be myths, some may have been inspired by real encounters, and some may forever remain unexplained, but one question still remains. Why do stories of terrifying creatures appear in cultures separated by vast distances and thousands of years? Coincidence, imagination, or echoes of mysteries we have yet to understand? The truth remains hidden, waiting to be discovered, and perhaps that is what makes these creatures so terrifying. Not what we know about them, but what we do not know. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries of history.